In this quick video, I cover what fashion ads actually work, from spending over $156 million on ads across 15 plus fashion brands. And I'll go over what doesn't work in ads and what actually works. Now, here are some of the fashion brands we scale, in case you're curious and new to what we do. If you want to see testimonials from some of our brands, you can check them out in the link in bio on Instagram or the video description on YouTube. I'm Brandon, one of the co-founders of Digiceptual. We specialize in scaling fashion brands. In 2023 alone, we spent over $39 million on ads across all our fashion brand clients. What I mean by what actually works are ads that scale and get new customers profitably at the top of funnel for months and even years. So as you may know or may not know, right, there are three parts of a funnel, right? It's usually top, middle, bottom. So I will cover what actually works after I cover what doesn't work. Now, this also applies to middle and bottom of funnel, but I don't focus on it because we scale fashion brands by getting them new customers at top of funnel. That is where real scale comes from, by the way, not retargeting and remarketing and middle and bottom of funnel. So again, like on average, we spend 96% of the ad spend on top of funnel and only 4% on middle and bottom of funnel, which is the retargeting and remarketing. That's our average, right? So most of the scales here because there's infinitely more strangers in the market compared to existing customers that you have. So this is where most of the scale comes from, which is top of funnel, right? So everything here is specifically focused on this. Now, so what doesn't work? Well, these are the type of ads that don't work, and I'll go into why they don't work after. Now, these are the most common ones. Number one, fashion shows and runway shows. It could be like fashion show videos, images, yada, yada. Commercial-like creatives, for example, this one from Louis Vuitton, are very commercial-like. Maybe you can see the image quality. There we go, a bit better. You see, the reason why these types of ads don't work is because it doesn't get new audiences to buy, which is the sole purpose of ads. Here's the reality. New audiences don't care about fancy runway shows or fashion shows. New audiences don't care about your fashion shows, like I just said. New audiences don't care about creativity and artistic expression. All they care about is the product. Will it benefit them? Will it give them the perceived lifestyle they're looking for? That's mostly it. Fashion is black and white. New audiences either want to buy your product or they don't. There's no in between. But what about the ads that brands like Louis Vuitton or Chanel make, right? Well, unless you have brand heritage, a monopoly like our boy Bernard Arnault has, or the budget, what works for them most likely will not work for you, right? LVMH, they own all of this. These brands, so LVMH and all of these brands, are at a point where they can just pump budget to drive impressions everywhere forever, right? In malls, online, subway stations, literally everywhere. Right, so what works for them is not applicable for 99% of the fashion brands out there. Unless you have LVMH or you're like a Louis Vuitton, this won't work. Okay, where to go? So what does work? Well, logically, if all new audiences care about is the product, then ads that work are focused on the product. Well, these are some of our most frequently used ads that work, along with some clients' examples of it. Product-only images, so literally just a product, or there could be flat lays or on a hanger. Doesn't matter. That's just being more. That's just a creative testing. I'm just talking about like the fundamental. So the product-only images, like this, for example, this one's a flat lay on a bed. GIFs, 9 times out of 10, no music needed. So here's an example of a client GIF. Right, very simple. That's it. Nothing really fancy or special about it. Collages, so you can see like one image, like a collage. Product model video, so it's basically just one model showcasing one product. So, okay, I think this linked incorrectly. Might be, or is it this one? Let me see. Okay, this one, yeah, I reversed it. So here's the product modeling video, right? So one model, one product, just like that, right? And video GIFs, which is this one. So it's just like a GIF, but it just cuts between videos, right? That's what it's called, video GIF, just like that. You can see the trend between all of them is that they are, number one, simple and cost efficient to make. You don't need to be fancy or invest a lot of cash into this. Like a lot of these are just like studio shots. Get a model, put on the product, plain background, boom, you have creatives. Right? You don't need to invest a whole year for like fashion shows. There are many times, and circling back to this, you don't need to be fancy or invest a lot of cash, right? There are many times where a client invests like over 5 figures in a month on the newest creative trends or hacks, and they bomb. Meanwhile, we invest 5 minutes in Canva, make a GIF or collage, like one of these things, and it just scales from day one, right? Then the client sees the results and doesn't burn money like that anymore. Sometimes that is what it takes for the advice to sink in, right? So we've seen many cases like this. And if you're thinking about this, my big suggestion is don't do it. You can literally just take what's here, save yourself money, and get better results. And if you've done this and you've been through this pain, you know what I mean. Number 2, it all focuses on the product, right? 95% of all the ads we run across all the fashion brands we scale are these 5 types of ads, right? It's product-only images, GIFs, collage, product model video GIFs. Now, the 5% of us is us testing new ad concepts and finding new ones that work while still focusing on number 1 and 2. So obviously, we're always testing and finding new concepts where we can scale. So, but I always keep it in mind. Is it simple and cost efficient to make, and it's a focus on the product. These are the key 2 things. Now you may be asking, what products should I show on ads? Well, here's a little secret. Show your best sellers. The reasoning is simple. The best sellers are your best sellers because these are the products people want. Since these are the products people want, show these products in the ads to new audiences. You already have demand, so you just leverage that demand in your ads to convert more new audiences. And you can see which products are your best sellers in your Shopify data, right? Almost all our scaling ads show the best sellers time and time again because it works. We don't just randomly show products we think will work or ones that look good, quote unquote. We look at the data and determine from that. So that covers what doesn't work and what does work in fashion ads from us spending over $156 million on it. If you like more actionable fashion ad content to help your brand get better results, check out the rest of our videos we have on social media. If you're interested in working with us and your fashion brand does $30K or more per month online, book a call with us with the link in bio on Instagram or in the video description on YouTube, depending where you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.